What is up, you guys? It is your girl Kia Cartel here with a reading for my Taurus gang. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. It has been a minute since I've done a Taurus reading, but it just wasn't sitting well with me that it's Taurus season and I ain't did no damn reading for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead, jump straight into this reading. Take what resonates, leave what does not for whoever the hell it does belong to. Do not try and force a portion of the story that does not feel like a fit and make it a fit, okay? I just want to say before we jump into the cards, you guys did have a card come out. But before we do so, I went through like 70 different emotions, and I don't even know why 70 was the number that I just blurted out, but I went through so many emotions in a matter of seconds before turning on the camera and doing this read. I feel like a lot of you could be going through just that, right? Like in and out of how you feel. 1 minute you're good, the next you're not. You're having all of these thoughts. Someone here is a very overloaded overthinker. And with unconditional love being the first card that pops out for you, I feel like a lot of you are very loving, very passionate about certain things, very passionate about the people in your life. Family is important to you, and it feels like you give a lot of love, but for whatever reason, it doesn't feel like you were receiving just that back. So I think a lot of you could long for an unconditional connection, right? Somewhat like soulmate energy, where you're able to experience life in a different way with someone that you actually feel connected to. I do see Aquarius energy popping up. So there could possibly be an Aquarius in your world. I do feel that this is new energy. This is someone that you definitely have an attraction to. I see astute. So Queen of Swords energy, right? This is a person I feel is very adamant about what they have going on in their world, right? So it may feel like someone here isn't giving you the time and attention that you would normally get. This is for some of you. I'm not saying all. I heard player. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you are really capable of getting what you want or getting who you want. That's never an issue. But there is someone specific I feel has been kind of like, you know, intriguing in your world. And if the roles are to reverse, I do feel like you are very intriguing to somebody else. So it does feel like, you know, there is a potential connection when it comes to someone new coming into your world. You could have had an interaction with this person already, but as far as what has taken place within, let's say, the last 6 months, because I do see the number 6 coming through, a lot has changed in both of your worlds. So I do feel if you are to reconnect with a person, and it doesn't necessarily have to be an Aquarius, but whoever you feel this fits for, if you do reconnect, I do feel like this connection could be something that is a lot different than what you're accustomed to. I do see, okay, love conquers all coming through. So this just goes hand in hand with your unconditional love. I see this being a very lasting commitment. I think a lot of you just really want someone in your world who gets it, someone who understands, someone you don't really have to explain much to. You know what I'm saying? It would be much easier to just be able to lean on a person's shoulder and say, you know what, I had a long ass day, let's just vibe, instead of feeling like everything has to be so fucking hard. I do also see releasing energy, right? So a lot of you could just be looking to gain a lot more when it comes to positive energy. Someone here has people around them who are very codependent on you making shit happen. I think that you guys seem to be all good. And it sucks because this is the reason why you're not receiving or feeling that unconditional love. People, for whatever reason, have this perception that you have it all. You don't really need to be checked up on. You don't really need, you know, a text or a call, a good morning, good night, just a simple I love you. Like, you're okay, when that isn't necessarily the case. I think a lot of you would appreciate being acknowledged is what it feels like. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, dive a little deeper as to what other, you know, energies we have involved. Okay, so I have Virgo energy coming out. This is the Knight of Cups. Do remember that these signs that I am throwing out could be people that you are looking to encounter, people in your life or whatever, but these could also be your other signs, right, in your chart. So your moon, your rising, and your sun sign. There is the energy of a person here who doesn't feel like they are adequate enough to be in your life. And I think for that very reason of you coming off as if you already have it. Someone here doesn't feel like they really match the vibe or can match your vibe, right? Like you're at a different frequency. I feel like a lot of you are more in tune with your spiritual side or your religious side. Okay, you take that very serious in the fact of really manifesting and praying for a specific life. And a lot of times this may eliminate people because they're not on the same frequency as you. So there is someone here who wishes that they could keep up with you. I do see friends coming through. So I do feel like a lot of you have very codependent friends. And even if they aren't expressing themselves as codependent friends, these are people who are inspired by you, right? These are people who want to see you elevate, but they don't want to see you elevate past them. But that's a fucking bummer because it's happening anyway, okay? We have the moon showing up. Instability, deception, anxiety, fear, misconception, okay? Subconscious and insecurity. So I think if you don't know, the moon card has everything to do with your intuition. I think that a lot of you have really good discernment when it comes to weird ass energy. Let's put it like that. Like, homie or not, homegirl or not, like if you're fucking weird, you gotta go. And I just feel like for a lot of you, that has been the case. On one end, a lot of you, I do see, have lost some people here in these connections. People possibly passing away or just, being removed from your life has really put you in a position of being a lot more emotional than you plan to be. It's also set someone back to gain more patience and focus more on a new job, being self-employed, building a business, creating a different type of reputation, and allowing themselves to be committed to themselves in a different way, right? Like not having these people in your life really allowed you to see things differently. If you have had someone pass on recently, I do get a message from someone specifically letting you know that they are okay. Truth comes out in reverse, okay, with the Knight of Swords. And this is giving me selfishness, okay, someone who is overly cautious. I think a lot of you need to understand that certain things are not your fault. I think that some of you can put the blame on yourself when things don't go right or when the outcome is not necessarily what you were expecting, okay? Don't hold such high expectations for those in your life either. And to me, that is very specific for a person here. Like just because you are giving and you are caring and you do love hard doesn't mean that everybody that tells you they're the same way is the same way. People have to show you different. People have to show you that they actually can back the shit that they say up, if that makes sense. I see the Chariot coming out, which shows that you guys are looking to receive a lot of success and a lot of abundance. Okay, we do see healthier choices popping through as well as being selfish and indulging. So to slow this shit down, because I feel like a lot of you are kind of feeling like you got to move like hell no. Slow it down, okay? Because you are changing the process. I see a complete 360 happening for a lot of you. A lot of you are definitely natural born hustlers, and that shit keeps popping up in my head so much. Like someone here just wants to live this dream life. It's not too out of reach, right? It's not out of reach at all, I feel, for you to have that fucking mansion with 7 cars and 20 dogs and, you know what I'm saying, cash in the pocket. Like, I don't think that this is too far-fetched. What I do feel is in order for you to gain that lifestyle and more clarity and that vision and make that shit happen, you will have to release certain people from your world. So this is all about elevating for a lot of you. There are just people who really don't want you to surpass the limit that they feel you have reached. So people have set a limit, which means that people are somewhat praying that things don't work out for you. I block all that shit and I return all that negative shit to sender. I just have to give you what is coming to my mind. I don't like shit like that because it's almost like, who the fuck is the fraud that be in my face smiling? I do feel like a lot of you have people who wear a mask when they're around you because they're trying to learn from you. They're trying to be you in some way. You know what I'm saying? Celebration, traveling shows up in this reading. So I do feel like a lot of you could be relocating if relocating isn't something that has happened yet. I do feel like a lot of you could be moving states. I do see water. Okay, so being more by a beach, someone may live by a stream or a lake, but I do feel a lot of you find yourself being more in tune with nature. Nature feels like a very peaceful place to be rather than being stuck in your house. Okay, spending time in the car is very significant to someone here. So I do feel like a lot of you enjoy your alone time, but while enjoying your alone time, it would be nice to have somebody that can enjoy that time with you. Okay, what it is that we should look forward to. What it is that we should look forward to. What is it that my Taurus should look forward to? I want to know what it is that my Taurus should look forward to. This reading feels really good. It does. It almost feels like you guys are moving at a very fast pace, or you're at least trying to put yourself in a position to be hella busy so you don't have to worry or think about certain things. But everything that you've been praying for and manifesting is actually showing up. For a lot of you, this means don't rush the process. Sometimes you can't go around the fucking obstacle. Sometimes you can't go over or under the fucking obstacle. Like, you got to go straight through that shit sometimes. And a lot of you are definitely making a breakthrough during this time. Shit feels heavy and it feels lonely. I heard demon time. I don't know why the hell I heard that, but I do feel like a lot of you are in this very careless state of like, I'm going to get it by any means. And that shit is very, very loud. Okay. I have, crazy that we have returning to roots, because I did mention a lot of you will be traveling. It does feel like a lot of you need to get away from home, but someone here is returning back home. Okay, so even if that means getting reconnected with family, connecting with people that you actually know, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of you have spent a lot of time around people that you don't really fuck with. You just kind of been able to adapt to them over time because that's what your environment consists of. But we are going to go ahead and dive a little deeper as to what it is that you are feeling emotionally and what you should expect. Y'all seen that shit pop out. I have Vegas. Okay, so somebody could be in Vegas at this moment. Somebody could be a heavy spender or, have a gambling issue. But I do feel like when it comes to love, okay, some of you feel like people just don't take you fucking serious. And it almost feels like they are betting on you or against you. So trust here seems to be something that a lot of you just don't have for other people. I feel like it's very, very hard for you to hold your trust within somebody, right? Or give somebody your heart or give somebody your time. Like, it's very hard to trust that people are genuinely available for you. So you've been in this place of being the hermit. We just keep clarifying the fact that you guys are really okay with being by yourself and doing what the fuck y'all gotta do. I feel like soul searching, spiritual enlightenment, self-reflection, contemplation, inner guidance, and seeking solitude. We stated this shit in the beginning of the read. I don't make this shit up. A lot of you needed this time alone. It's okay to be alone so that way you can recognize the things you don't get to recognize on a daily basis. When you have so many people around you, you can easily get distracted by the things that you need to work on. You know what I'm saying? You can easily get distracted by not being able to see the things that you need to see or where you're going. Like, people will block that shit for you. I'm not saying be an asshole and be, isolate yourself from people, but I am saying this is the time to use your time wisely. Okay. Collaboration shows up for you. So a lot of you are definitely entrepreneurs. I see a lot of you owning your own business. If that's something that isn't already taking place, I think that a lot of you get to a point where you finally make that door bust the fuck open. Okay, I see somebody really kicking the door down on establishing a business here. Collaboration taking place in earning more financial stability. So someone here really, really wants to make sure that the funds look right. I don't know what it is about y'all Taurus, but y'all really give me hustle, 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 hustle. Like, can I see hustle in the comments? Because I just feel like I'm manifesting that shit with y'all. I feel like someone here just wants to be stable and secure. And not being in both of those positions for some of you causes the anxiety right? And can cause a little fear as to what's going to happen next. You are in full control as to what the hell is going to happen in your life right now. You just have to have good discernment as to who the hell you allow in your space. So do not be closed-minded to new opportunities when it comes to people who are a little elevated, right? We want to fuck with people who either are doing what we're doing or got more than what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? So don't be closed-minded when it comes to connecting with people. Again, use your discernment and intuition to decipher whether or not a person is really coming with you or coming to you with, you know, genuine energy. But I do have dreams coming out, okay, with the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is basically receiving everything. You have multiple choices taken on, but nothing is impossible. Okay, so I do have wishful thinking, imagination, lots of meditation, and picking and choosing the right decision. I think any decision that you make from this point on is going to put you in a better position as far as elevating. It's just, you have so many options to choose from. What do you really feel connected to? You get what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, what we got going on? Taurus, I like y'all. It's been a minute since I've done a Taurus reading, but you have pressure by peers and family coming through. Okay, I do feel we go back to you guys taking on more responsibility. For a lot of you, this is taking care of, you know, like literal family, your mom, your siblings, or just taking on the role of being that person to get them out of a certain situation. I think a lot of you need to recognize that people around you notice what you're doing. I feel like you are being acknowledged, even if certain people aren't telling you that they see you. I do feel like people really see how hard you are trying to make things change. So I don't want really anybody to leave this reading feeling like they're not appreciated. I know it would be nice to hear that shit from time to time, but hard work fucking pays off. You know what I'm saying? And for those that weren't really rocking with you, they're gonna feel that shit later. But for the ones that are around and have been around and are looking to support you, make sure that you always remember, you know, it's not easy to really express like gratitude for people. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with our world these days, but I do feel like people see you. Okay, let's go ahead and pull 2 to 3 affirmation cards for my Taurus. I just want to go ahead and, you know, sum up what it is that my Taurus needs to take away from this entire reading. I think everything is looking pretty good for you at this time. I do feel love is coming through. So reminder, somebody is going to be reaching out here soon. I get within the next week or two, you will have a text from a person that you probably haven't talked to in a long time. But this is a person who is going to definitely be expressing like, look, I want to spend some time with you. You've been on my mind. Do you have any time, like maybe possibly going out for drinks, dinner? This person just really wants to get to know more about you. So it's completely up to you as to whether or not you are open and available for that emotional connection. Lots of sexual attraction. So I do feel like a lot of you are sexually attracted to this person. And I do feel like it is very intense. It's something about the eyes. Okay. Someone's eyes here is they're very captivating. Let's go ahead, y'all. Cause Taurus, I heard about y'all on the low. I heard that y'all could be very crazy in a good way. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull. Thank you. Can we get something? Do y'all not like, what are we doing? All right, so your first message, and I like to revert to these cards being like your higher self, right? Like telling yourself what it is that you should look forward to from the future. All right, this is your future self talking to your present self. I see I am good enough. Okay, so for those of you that feel like you aren't good enough, for those of you that feel like you aren't, you know, being acknowledged and recognized for your hard work, I do feel like that is something that you internally need to recognize and be okay with. I also want to give you the message. It says, there is no need to struggle to be better. All I need to do is love myself more today than yesterday and treat myself as someone who is deeply loved. So this unconditional love that you guys are longing for, can I grab the card or not? This unconditional love that I feel like a lot of you are longing for and looking to get from someone else definitely starts within you. I think a lot of you have this thing about you where it's like, yeah, I get a lot of attention. I got a lot of people who are into me, but like, who's really into me for me? Okay, I do feel like a lot of people may be into you because of what they feel you possess. Okay, how they feel you're living your lifestyle, how they feel you moving, when there's somebody who's doing the same shit as you and you could have blown that person off. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Keep your eye open for somebody who's giving you the same energy, okay? Don't just allow anyone in your space, and don't allow people to take advantage for their own benefit. So a lot of you definitely need to find that deep love within yourself. Spirit, what else is it that my Taurus needs to know? Can we please go ahead and dive into what it is that my Taurus needs to know? This shit is nice. And these cards actually look very, very similar. All of these cards kind of have a different pattern, but these ones specifically look like a puzzle. It says, my inner world is peaceful. Okay, can y'all see that? So on the back of that, it is safe for me to look within each time I look deeper into myself. I'm gonna read that shit again because that sounds crazy. It is safe for me to look within. Each time I look deeper into myself, I will find incredibly beautiful treasures, okay? Just so y'all can see what I'm talking about, that shit looks exactly the same. These cards are given, like, equal vibes, okay? I feel like, Taurus, this is go season. Again, happy birthday. A lot of you have celebrated already, and a lot of you are looking to celebrate, but that doesn't mean that the fucking celebration is over, okay? You can celebrate your birthday all year if you want to. You can celebrate from this point moving forward for the rest of your life if you want to. I'm telling you it like that because I want you to know that, again, you have full control as to what the hell you receive from this point moving forward. You want more money? Get it. You know what I'm saying? You want a big ass crib? You want hella cars? You want to own several businesses? Go get it. And straight like that, because that's the energy y'all giving me. Y'all giving me like, be real with me and I'm gonna be real with you type of vibe. So I feel like continue being dope as hell, continue being genuine, loving people. You know what I'm saying? And let's get out of this space of stagnation and loneliness. Okay, true love is destined for you, and I feel like if you're paying attention to the right signs, you're running to the right person and you're running to the right, energy. Even if you're not in a relationship with somebody, it's always dope to have just a good friend who really understands you. I am going to leave this here. I feel like I am definitely going to tap more into Taurus readings because y'all got some shit going on and y'all giving me like what's up vibes. I fuck with y'all very, very heavy. So I'm gonna leave this here. I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you are not already following my Instagram, it's gonna be at the bottom of the screen. That is kia.baby, BB with 4 Ys. If you would like a personal reading with me, I do 1-hour readings. And you can always hit me up on Instagram. I do readings via video, so it's face-to-face. I do not do text messages or emails. That shit's weird, and you don't know if you're being scammed, okay? I'm a real-ass person. So make sure you hit me up on my Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.